a nearly 20,000 square foot New York City brownstone just hit the market on the Upper West Side. You won't believe how much they're asking. Now, guess who just purchased their third home in the exclusive Miami Island? I tell you, those Amazon orders really start to add up, don't they? And lastly, another week, yet another commission lawsuit. I'm Jeff St. Arromand with Serhant here on Estate Media, and let's get to the point. So coming in at number 5 this week is someone who's usually used to being at number 1 on most lists, is Jeff Bezos. He just purchased his third home on the exclusive Miami Island in South Florida. Now this home was reportedly $90 million. Now keep this in mind, Jeff has 2 other homes on this island. He's gonna demo those 2 homes and make this new $90 million home his permanent home. Now this whole island, if you're not familiar with it, it's a little over, actually it's 300 acres and only has 41 homes on this island. So I'm certain his neighbors like Tom Brady, who lives on this island, Ivanka Trump, they're really looking forward to all the demolition that's gonna happen in what it's called the Billionaire's Bunker. So coming in at number 4 this week, I tell you this story is going to continue to have legs. We're here now with the NAR settlement. And so for the most part, the real estate industry has come to grips that we're now this summer going to come into a new world. And so the question is, are you prepared to deal with all the unrepresented buyers? As listing agents, are you ready to do a dual agency where you represent both the buyer and the seller, which is more work for the listing agent? Are you ready for these upstart flat fee brokers that may come out of nowhere to be these buyer's agents? You know, there's a lot of variables that's going to happen this summer. So this article here in Inman is a great read to really prepare you for this new world that we're about to embark. So coming in at number 3 is a couple in New York City that purchased about 7 years ago 2 adjacent townhouses for $24 million. They took on a 7-year renovation and created this mega mansion, and it's now listed for $85 million. Now this home spans over 20,000 square feet. It's 8 stories. You have a 55-foot lap pool down in the basement, but the neighbors were complaining the entire time during the 7-year renovation process. But it's finally on the market now, and if it sells at this $85 million, it'll be one of the priciest townhouses to ever sell in New York City. So coming in at number 2 this week, we're gonna hit the slopes in Aspen, and this is where Aspen is getting its first $100 million sale. Now this sale comes courtesy of Steve Wynn, the casino mogul, you probably heard of him, and Thomas Peterffy, a financier, which you probably haven't heard of, and I more than likely butchered his last name, but Thomas doesn't care because he just purchased the first 9-figure transaction in Aspen. Now, there are already a lot of eyeballs in Aspen. We know it's really trendy, but the most expensive purchase prior to this was for a paltry $72 million compared to this $100 million purchase. So more eyeballs on Aspen is gonna make it even trendier, even sexier. So read this article and check this out. So coming in at number 1 this week, another commission lawsuit. This time, this is in New York. And this is different from the NAR lawsuit because New York wasn't a part of that. So now, and the big difference between this versus the NAR complaint and settlement that happened is this is not a class action suit. This is one person that's suing REBNY, the Real Estate Board of New York, the MLS and the RLS, and several other brokerages. And they're saying the technical term is tying, that the MLS and RLS and these brokerages are in cahoots, forcing sellers to pay higher commissions and having them to pay buyers brokers when they shouldn't, or this particular person doesn't want to. So this is again going to go to trial. We'll see how this plays out. Currently, REBNY is reading the complaint, and I'm certain this is going to go to court ultimately, and we'll figure out what happens once this ultimately goes to trial. Thanks for watching, and be sure to keep following Estate Media to get your top 5 stories of the week.